Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap. It's Ralph from Australia. I hope you guys are all doing well. I have my two latest projects here to share with you all, and it consists of two items, a beautiful altered box and a matching fabric journal. I was inspired by one of my best friends here on YouTube, by the YouTube channel name of 7 Mrs. T, and you guys know her as Margaret. And Margaret and I, we share the same passion. We love wedding appliques, we love the fleshy peachy pink colours, and we share a lot of things in common. That's why we get along really well. It's, you know, sometimes it's hard to find somebody that you click or connect to, and I have like a connection with Margaret. We share the same passions, and with crafting, and you know, just a lot of things in general that, you know, we find that we have a lot of things in common with. And you know, we talk on a regular basis, actually, almost every day. So I was so inspired by Margaret's latest creations, her fabric journal, which is called Thank Heavens for Little Girls. I think, if that is correct, I think that is correct. Thank Heavens for Little Girls, I think it is. And it's a beautiful shabby pink fabric journal. I'm really tired, guys. It's kind of like 9:30, nearly 10 o'clock here, so excuse me if I don't sound that great, but I really wanted to share this fabric journal with you guys. And like I mentioned, I was inspired by Margaret and her latest fabric journal in the beautiful pink tones, and I needed a fix. So after I seen that, I was like, I have to make one because it's just so beautiful. So this whole entire collection here is inspired by Margaret, and I'll pop all Margaret's YouTube link as well as her Facebook page for her creations, which is Pillows and Pastimes on Facebook, and I'll pop all the links down below so that you guys can go and check out my wonderful friend Margaret and her amazing work. If you see a lot of things in here that looks very similar to Margaret, yes, I scrap lifted them because I had to have them in my fabric journal. They was just so beautiful, and Margaret is super talented. I love everything Margaret does. It's all amazing. I drool over everything that Margaret makes, and you know, you wish that you own it all, you know, have it all, but sometimes, you know, we can't have it all. So we try to make, you know, something that's very similar to something that we do want. So here's what I have come up with, and it's in a Rococo style. These are all Rococo images that I found on Pinterest, and I've just, you know, incorporated them into this fabric journal here, and I'm going to share with you guys the box first, and then I will share with you guys the fabric journal. Okay, so here we have the beautiful box. This box was just a timber color box. It had just like, it didn't have anything on it. It was just all timber. I left the bottom bare so that you guys can have a look at the color before I finished the base off. So that's how it looked like before. I picked it up at the charity store, and I had mixed some pink acrylic paint with some white acrylic paint, and I just painted the whole box, a couple of layers actually, probably about 3, to make it nice and bright the way that I had wanted it. And then I had heat set that dry, and then I had sprayed it with my homemade coffee spray just to tone it down a little bit, and then I had rubbed it over slightly with what is it, Vintage Photos distressing ink. As you can see, there's like one going across here, just to really shabby and tone it down a little bit because it was a little bit bright. So so that's how I achieved the paint color there. And on the bottom here, I have Mod Podged some dictionary paper onto the base of the bottom of the box, and then I have laid some beautiful lace from my stash, and then I have popped this beautiful polka dot trim that I have purchased of D, and it's from Elegant Embellishments on Zibbit, I think it is, on Zibbit. And it's so beautiful, guys, and I'll pop these link down below so you guys can go and buy this beautiful lace. It is stretchy, so you can, you know, use it for many projects. And I have actually avocado dyed this, so it has a beautiful, like a pink tone, as you guys can see there, peachy pink tone, and really gives it a really vintage distressed kind of look, and I love how that's come out. And on here I've put a beautiful braid trim going across there, and another braid trim going across the top here. I didn't cover this because, you know, I wanted a solid area in the box, just to give it a bit of different texture and dimension, because this is busy down here and this just breaks the, you know, the busyness. So that's how the base is. It's just a beautiful image that I have used on here, and throughout the fabric journal as well as the box here, I've printed it onto fabric using Margaret's tutorial regarding freezer paper. I have purchased my own paper in the past, just, you know, ready to go, but sometimes when I have a few minutes to spare, I try to make my own paper so that I don't get to use a lot of the ones I have in my stash, because they're not cheap. They're about, you know, $1 something per actual printout. So this way is a more cheaper way of making your own paper, and it does work out really nicely also. It's just a matter of cutting and ironing and more cutting and putting it through the printer. That's pretty much it. So the images came out really beautiful. Once I had glued the image down, I Mod Podged actually the back of the image down, and then I just laid it with some beautiful ruffle laces from my stash. This lace applique here is actually from a lace fabric that Nadeshda has sent me. Thank you, Nadeshda. I got Nadeshda to buy it for me, actually, sorry. And these flower appliques here are from my stash. These ones are made inspired by Nadeshda Mashena. They were created from inspiration from the box that she has sent to me in our swap, and they're just so beautiful. So I incorporated those two there. And this one here is a puffy flower, and you can follow the tutorial on this flower by Trisha, who is a little shabby chic here on YouTube. So maybe type in puffy flowers, I think, puffy or puffy. And here, inspired by Margaret, is this beautiful dangle. Excuse my hands, guys, I've been to the farm all day and they're really tattered, so really hard work. Summertime now, so we're really busy, and most times I forget my gloves, or my gloves have holes in them, and I get really yucky hands. So if you see yucky hands, just know the Vasa Farmo VAR, you know, works really hard. So here's inspired by Margaret, like I was saying. I made 2 drop bows with some tassel trimming, some laces from my stash, and just dangle some beads across the bottom there, and it's just a beautiful accent to a gorgeous boudoir box. And very elegant and really beautiful to have. The inside of the box, I've just painted it, but just left it plain. I've distressed it a little bit to, you know, blend in with the outside also. And I'll probably just store some beautiful little treasures in here and have it displayed in my craft room. So that is the altered box. So let's go with the fabric journal. I won't go into too much detail because there's a lot to cover, and the fabric journal is really full, really heavy, and really big also. So that is the fabric journal, guys. And you know, seeing on video is, you know, just won't do this fabric journal justice. It's really beautiful. To see anything up close is so much better than just viewing on camera like this. So hope that, you know, you can see how clear it is, how beautiful it is. So it is quite large, as you guys can see my hand there, and it is a big fabric journal. It's actually bigger than the ones that I have purchased from Margaret. I kind of like aimed it to be the same size, but because I embellished it so much and loaded it so much with lots and lots of yummy laces and trims and dangles down the bottom, it just went really fat. But it still came out really nice. And it's not like a crocodile where it's, you know, alligator like that. It just sits flat still because of the binding technique that I have followed on Margaret's YouTube channel. Instead of round, I just made it a square one like her other journals that I have purchased from her. So that is the front cover. Beautiful lady, and I've printed onto fabric, and I've puffed up the image so it gives it a dimensional look there also. I love that effect on anything that I've made that's got fabric on it. A lot of the laces that you see on here is all avocado dye, peachy pink, and some of them are original in their color, like this one here, the fringe trim there, and this lace here that was purchased was actually taken off a lady's nightgown. Not nightgown, like a nightie dress, like something you wear to bed. It's so beautiful. It's in that fleshy tone already. This is avocado dye. The flowers avocado dye. This trim going across, this eyelet trim going across there, that's avocado dye also, as well as this lace in the back here. avocado is like the most beautiful shade of pink ever. So I'm really happy with how that's come out. I've added layers and layers of doilies and tassel trims and beautiful flowers and beautiful embellishments here. These are handmade flowers that I have made. Put beautiful pearl centers on the inside. This is a beautiful big button, and I actually purchased this from eBay, but you guys can actually get it from Mel's Craft Boutique, and I'll pop her link down below so that you guys can go and check out her amazing shop. She sells some of the most beautiful things that I have ever seen, so you will find this button and other buttons there also. Laces and wedding appliques, beautiful tassel trim there that I won off eBay. More appliques here, more laces, applique here from Nadeshda, the lace that I got her to buy, and the same beautiful drop bow inspired by Margaret here also. For the binding, I have made some beautiful flowers for the binding, as you guys can see here. If you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen me post these beautiful flowers on there. So I'll pop all my links down below my Facebook page so that you guys can go and, you know, be friends with me, and you guys can check out my sneak peeks of projects and my shoppings and stuff like that. You'll see more on there than you'll probably see on YouTube, because, you know, it's faster to upload on there than upload on YouTube. So that's how my spine is. It's created using these beautiful puffy flowers in a beautiful satiny fabric, and this is again of a ladies' 90. It had the most softest sheer, not sheer, like synthetic fabric, but it's just so beautiful and soft, really gorgeous. And I layered them, and this one I've used lace, vintage lace on the inside, same as that one. I alternate the plain and the lace ones, and the spine is just so absolutely gorgeous. It matches the journal so beautifully. And the back is like this. I have used a beautiful dotted crochet lace from my stash, and the dots here are all raised, so you can feel it with your hand. It's so beautiful to touch. It's really dotty. And this beautiful lace trimming from my stash. I think it's vintage. I don't have much of this at all. I don't know where I purchased it from. It's just in my stash, and I tea dyed it, and it's just so beautiful. I only have like that much left, so but I was able to incorporate it into a beautiful project that I can have forever. So that is the back of it, and like I mentioned, it's so full, so chunky, and so yummy, guys. So that's all the different layers, and every page is just so beautiful. So thank you so much, Margaret, for your inspiration, and I have learned so much from Margaret. She's just an amazing artist, and I have just grown with Margaret also in, you know, in my fabric journals by, you know, just learning from her and the things that she does also. And I never thought that I would probably be able to make a fabric journal as beautiful as this. So I'm really happy to have met Margaret and have evolved and have come so far to, you know, make things as beautiful as this. So let's go ahead and share the inside. So I forgot to mention that for the base of my fabric journal, I had used this beautiful fabric that I have found from the charity store, and it was like a whole big roll of it for $13, and I had like cut out two pieces like that together times 4, like two square pieces back to back, and times 4, so 2 of these and another 2 like that, and I laid them on top of one another, and I sewn straight down the middle, 2 lines straight down the center to form the spine like Margaret does with her journal. And she has shared a tutorial on a circle one, but this one's like a square version of it. So that's what the binding is like, and that's what I have used for the center. And with her binding, you create a beautiful spine to work with, and a beautiful spine on the inside to decorate also. So that's my cover there, and going to the first and the second page. It is so beautiful, guys. It's so amazing. I call it my Heirloom Rococo journal. I'm just so super happy with it. So I hope you guys can see the beauty of this fabric journal. Images, like I mentioned, I just found on Pinterest and, you know, internet websites. Most times I would just sit there and just look forever at images, and I love beautiful images. So that's what has really inspired me to use these beautiful Rococo ladies. I hope that's how you pronounce them. So give you a quick overall, and then I'll just go through quickly on, you know, the some of the stuff that I have used. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's the same lady as the one that's on the front there. She is so beautiful. I wish there was more photographs of her, or more paintings actually. These are paintings of people a long time ago, I'm sure. And that's how I have embellished the bottom. And that bottom there also is so full and so lush. So I started off with the image. I glued the image down on the sides, leaving a little bit of a gap, and then I have stuffed it to make it puffy, closed it off, and then just went mad with embellishments and laces and trims. And I dangled lots of yummy trims and laces and doilies down the bottom. This beautiful applique here is from Margaret, like that. It is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Margaret. I love it very much. And I added a bling in here and a crochet flower. I dangled some beautiful tassels here that were recycled from a scarf. That one there. And I avocado dyed that, so it has some beautiful little pink tones in it that you can see. Dangles from my stash that I have tea dyed down the bottom here. This beautiful applique is from eBay, but you can purchase it from Mel's Craft Boutique, also on Zibbit. More appliques from my stash, and a beautiful handmade flower that I have used there, and then just laces and trims from my stash, and more appliques at the top there. So that's the first page, really beautiful. That's the second page. Again, all the images are done the same way, where I've glued around the edges and then stuffed the images. I had used lace to frame the back here, a beautiful gold embroidered lace here, just laces and trims and more dangles, handmade flower, beautiful button that you can find at Mel's shop here also, gorgeous appliques, doily flowers, more appliques, more laces and trims, just loaded with lots and lots and lots of yummy and lots of dangle, as you guys can see there. This beautiful tassel trim here is from Bonnie. Thank you so much, Bonnie. That one there is from Bonnie, so I managed to incorporate it in here. And I have decided to not hoard anything at all and just use them and make beautiful things out of them. Little gorgeous bow here that I have accented with a buckle and a little ribbon flower. That's the original colour of the flower. It's really beautiful. It matches her dress perfectly, and added a little bling there from my necklace. So that's that page. These are the next two pages, and these are the images are in a beautiful blue tone, blue hues, the aqua hues, and they just go so well with this Rococo theme. And you know, Rococo is usually like rich dark colors and all that also, but I'm not a dark colored person. I like, you know, the feminine light peachy pink colors and the soft tones. So this fabric journal is for me, so that's why I've made it in my color tones, and you can make it in any color tones that you like. So it was pretty hard trying to find images that will match and coordinate, because I'm really fussy. Things have to match or I don't like it pretty much, and you know, I won't be inspired, or I won't have the mojo to create something if it doesn't go well together. I was able to finish this fabric journal within a week. I had started it on Friday night, and I had finished it a few days ago. I can't remember, just a few days ago, so within a week. And you know, when you're when you're like feeling creative and your mojo is there, you just feel like going and going and going, and it's best to create when you do feel like that, because or when you're uninspired, because you just go with the flow and things just turn out so beautiful like this. So I'm really happy with this fabric journal. So that's the image that I have chosen to use there. So beautiful, and that's how I have embellished it. Handmade flowers here. These trims from Margaret. Margaret sent me this beautiful trim here in our last rack that Margaret has sent to me. It is so gorgeous, and I chomped it all up, again inspired by Margaret, because I had purchased a journal that Margaret had incorporated this beautiful lace into, and I loved it so much. And I scrap lift these little flowers from Margaret also. I love that effect on her girl, on her Thank Heaven for Little Girl journal. I love this effect here so much, so I scrap lifted off that from Margaret. Thank you, Margaret, for your inspiration. Like I mentioned, here's the beautiful handmade flowers. These ones are from M's Emporium. I just chopped them all up and just added them onto here, and I sprayed them with Cotton Candy Pink from Lindy Stamp Gang and my homemade coffee spray. This beautiful tassel trim is from Bonnie. Thank you so much, Bonnie. She was sent that in my last birthday rack, and just laces and trims and beautiful dangles down the bottom here. This lace here is from Bonnie also, and this one here is from Margaret, and I cut them up and I just alternate them, and I just layered them with beautiful flower dangles, and alternating this one here with just the pearl dangles there, and it's so beautiful, so full and so lush, and the colors are just stunning. So this is the other page, and that's the beautiful image there. Lovely blue aqua tone hues with the pink flowers that just matches my flowers that I have made here. These are avocado dye. A lot of the laces here are avocado dye, so it has a beautiful fleshy colors that's incorporated into here also. Laces and trims and whatnot. So this is another trim that I have snipped from this beautiful trim here that Margaret has shared with me, and spread it across here, alternating 2 different layers. And the first layer I've added on the ends this beautiful little flower, and then the other one just a pearl again, just to accent that feature on the corner there. And I've puffed it up so she's really beautifully featured. The blings inside here are vintage beaded earrings that I have won from eBay, and they match this page so beautifully. The tassel trim here I have purchased from the local boutique store. It's really expensive to buy. I couldn't afford a lot, but I could afford a meter of each, and it was this one here, and it's already in these beautiful fleshy colors that I love also, so I had to have, because these are my favorite colors of all, you know, of all the colors there are. The little pom-pom trims, I've dangled them on here just to accent this page here, and the other tassel trim I just went across here. So these are the 2 trims that I've used there. Really rich, beautiful, and just so feminine. So that's that page. Lots of dangle laces and trims and layers, and I've just went mad and went crazy and just laid lots of yeah, yummy laces and trims. The same on the edge here also. So that's that page. Going to the last page, the last couple of pages. Here we go. Really beautiful. Again, 2 Rococo images here that I have found. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure if these are Rococo, but they match the theme really well, and the colors are just so beautiful in them that I have wanted to incorporate this into this particular page here. It's so beautiful. And the colors are just so stunning. It's really rich, really full, and it just pops out. I don't know if that comes across on my vid, but you know, to see this in person, it's just truly stunning, as you guys can see there. Really dimensional, really lush, really full, and just so absolutely gorgeous. So that is that page. I won't go into too much detail. I love this little feature down here. It's a tassel dangle, but with every 3 strand, I hot glued them together, and I had dangled the flowers down the bottom here just to accent the bottom of that page, and it's so beautiful. And again, inspired by Margaret. Beaded center that I purchased from eBay, and here is that page. The last page is my beautiful flower page. Just made with lots of avocado dye laces. I have made this flower, and then these are all just ruffled laces on top of one another, and then I had incorporated 2 vintage doilies inside here also, and then I had lastly glued my handmade flower on top there, which is that one there with the beautiful bling on the inside. Made some beautiful stick pins. This one here I've made. These 2 here are from Margaret. I'm going to share those. Not from Margaret, sorry. From, let me try and remember. Janet, who is Scrappy Happy XO. So thank you so much, Janet. Love your stick pins. So beautiful. So these are from Janet. Love stick pins, but I didn't have time to make them. And these go really well with the journal. But this one's one I already made previously also. The colors, the Aurora Borealis colors match this, you know, color scheme really well. So I just have these 3 just pinned here. Really beautiful appliques, beautiful laces, and dangle trims down the bottom here. Here's a beautiful applique with gorgeous dangle trim. More tassel trims on the side of the flower here, and gorgeous appliques and blings and all that. And this page is just so beautiful, guys. I just hope that I could just bring it to you guys so you can see how truly beautiful it is. Actually, it's a true stunner. So I've learned so much from Margaret, and to be able to make something beautiful like this with all the layerings, it's something that, you know, I never thought that I could do. So I'm really happy. So that's coming to the back of the journal again. So here's another look. And that's how my fabric journal is. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys do like it, and I hope that I will see, you know, some fabric journals from you guys also. And thank you, Margaret, for always inspiring and sharing your beautiful projects, and I'm looking forward to seeing your next fabric journal. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.